What's going on, everybody? We're going to be going over the niches of the week. I've compiled some of the best YouTube niches that I've found using my tool TubeGen, and I'm going to be going over what you should be doing for these niches, why they're so good, the RPM, and all that fun stuff. We do this all the time, so let's get right into it. This is the very first niche that I have for today. This one is an absolute banger. This is called Anabolic Stick. This channel is about 5 months old, so a little bit older than what I usually like to give you guys, but this format is working well, and this channel has been doing good for the past 2 months. When I say 2 months, it's really been doing good for 3 months, but now things are really starting to pick up, and I think it's a very easy format. But when I say 3 months, I really mean like the past 2 months, and right now this format is doing really well, and a lot of people are not pivoting off of this. And the best thing that you do is when you're starting a YouTube niche, you want to look at what someone is doing and then pivot off of them. I took a look at some of these videos, and pretty much is going over the fitness community and talking about influencers inside the fitness community. And again, this is a faceless YouTube channel. You can see this is the figure that he's been using, and the only thing that he's doing is just covering drama on fitness influencers. And that's going to bring me to a niche that's working right now. It is actually going to be celebrity news, drama, internet celebrities, and all that stuff. It is having a rise again yet on YouTube. So if you're going over any type of internet drama or anything that's kind of, happening in that space, you could definitely make a channel on it, and it can be very profitable. And the reason why this channel is so successful is because it has a niche that is talking about as far as influencers. So this channel is talking about fitness influencers and fitness influencer drama. You could do this with any gaming community, you could do this with any sports community, you could do this with any makeup community, and make a channel like this, and it will do so well. That's the reason why this channel is blowing up, because it is a very dialed down niche of internet drama, like this small little space. So whatever space, whatever niche, whatever you like, watching on the internet, or influencers that you like, just take that small group of influencers and make a channel around them, around their drama or whatever is happening. Most people look at this channel and view it as like a fitness channel, but no, it is not a fitness channel. It is a drama channel about the fitness community. So drama channel about the fitness community. Let's pivot that. Let's do a drama channel about the Minecraft community, for example. And then we would make these thumbnails in this exact same format. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. And the one thing I love about this channel is that the videos are relatively easy to make, and the thumbnails are really easy to make as well. The only thing you have is just a cutout of the two people or the person who has the drama involved, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you could definitely make these thumbnails on your own with a basic knowledge of Photoshop. And as far as video ideas, a lot of these video ideas will just come to you. And if you were to get into any sort of pivot of this niche, you would probably go into a field of the internet that you're personally interested in, and it's really fun, it's really easy, something that you can run on the side. But due to its mass explosion and it only having 14 videos, this is a great niche, and I definitely recommend getting into it or pivoting off of it. The next one we have is B-Ball Explained, Basketball Explained. I believe I talked about this channel before, and when I actually reviewed this channel last time, I had so many critiques on what they could be doing to make their channel a lot better, what they could be doing, of course, to make their videos a lot better, and it seems like they've implemented a little bit of some of the things that I talked about, but this is just another reminder of how the explainer niche is really good. Now, you might be looking at this and you could see that the video views are very inconsistent. Why would you recommend something like this? Well, I'm recommending it because this channel still is not optimizing it to its full potential, and a lot of people don't know is that the NBA niche actually is a very high paying niche, so you do not need a lot of views to make good money with NBA content. Out of all sports niches outside of golf, it is the highest. And when I say this channel isn't optimizing the best, just take a look at this thumbnail. Look at this. This is absolutely terrible. Ranking every NBA team's young core going into 2026. Listen, I like basketball, so I personally know why this video idea definitely could have been executed better. But he's using AI pictures for the thumbnails. Why would you do that? On every other video, you have used regular pictures, but this one, you decided to use AI pictures, and that one only got 4,200 views. You wonder why. Which it seems like he's learned from his mistake, and he hasn't done that again. But the whole idea and reason why I'm showing you this channel is because this channel has so much potential, and especially potential to be copied off of completely. So let's go over to their most popular video. We're going to scroll up. Let's go to most popular. Again, this channel is about 4 months old, which is not too crazy. I look at this video right here. Every NBA player who had rules made to stop them. Okay, so we understand the format. We understand how the thumbnail looks. How can we pivot this? Example right off the top of my head. Every Fortnite players who had rules made to stop them. Every Clash Royale, every baseball player, every football player, every WWE wrestler. every Valorant agent. So that's just me taking this idea and just swapping out the concept. So every NBA player can be swapped for every anything. And it doesn't necessarily have to be gaming. The more creative that you get with it, the more successful you will be. This next video is the most popular, every NBA era explained in 31 minutes. This could be done in so many different ways. Let's do every TikTok era explained in 31 minutes. Every YouTube era explained in 31 minutes. Every Love Island season explained in 31 minutes. And the list just goes on and on and on. Do you see how I'm able to just come up with new, quote unquote, original video ideas just from looking at a competitor? What you're really copying here isn't necessarily, the channel one-to-one, which I think you could do this with this channel, by the way, but you're more copying the style of the video. So you're looking at their thumbnails, you're looking at their titles, and you're just like, okay, I see that this style is working. So like if this channel, right, if he all of a sudden the videos die, it seems like he's in a decline right now. He's not getting as many views as he was probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Let's say this channel completely dies and it's in the basketball niche, right? Basketball didn't die. The viewership stayed absolutely the same. The only thing that changed was how this content was being formatted. And that is the secret to YouTube automation that a lot of gurus don't actually tell you. They'll tell you, oh, go in here and just copy this channel. If they're doing World War II history, you need to do World War II history. That isn't necessarily the case. What you're looking for is how they are actually formatting their content. That is what the actual niche and secret is, which if you've been on this channel and you've watched some other videos, I talk about explainer channels almost all the time because they have so much potential and so much volatility. The vast amount of ideas that you could pivot off of using these explainer types of formats on YouTube is absolutely endless. It is endless and limited to your imagination, which is why YouTube automation is so great. You could more than likely do this in something that you love. You could rank farm equipment if you had a niche for it. And if you don't know how I find all of these niches, I say it in all of my videos, but for the newbies, you can go to this tool that has a niche finder in it. It's literally the best YouTube tool on YouTube. And it gives me a list of all of these niches. Listen, I'm not some super nerd that goes on and does nothing all day, just try to find YouTube niches for these videos. No, I just use this tool and it works. We could just go to this niche finding tool. Let's just click on this one right here. What did we find? Wow. We found epic Hulk fights, 15 videos. Let's go check this one out. I'm just finding this one live. This one's not on the list. Holy, 2 weeks ago. Holy, what are they doing? Oh, they're just doing AI videos. This is so easy. Okay, so this entire video is just made with AI and it seems to be really profitable for them. It's definitely a kid audience that's watching these videos thinking that they're watching the brand new Hulk movie and they're just watching, oh, this is so bad. This is so bad, but kids are eating this up. So yeah, finding niches are so easy with TubeGen. And the best part about TubeGen is that when you find a channel that you like, you can actually copy the style and you can find similar channels. So I just pressed on similar channels and now we can find all of the competitors and you see all the people that are doing like these types of fights and things like that. And so now that you can find all the competitors, you can properly analyze, hey, this is what they're doing right, this is what they're doing wrong. And not only that, when it copies a style, it will copy the script of all of your competitors. So analyze it with AI to help you come up with more video ideas so you can copy and you can make your own channel in that niche. I talk about TubeGen a lot because it is the best YouTube tool. There's absolutely nothing that comes close to it. We can argue about it all day and I'll always be right. It is literally the GOAT. And again, I talk about this a lot, but this is for the beginners. I made a video right here going over it and I made another video right here talking about it. But if you do want to find niches and completely just automate yourself, then you can do that. I'll have a link down in the description and that link is going to be for discount. Yippee, discount, discount, discount. So you don't have to watch these videos. You can just find them yourself. Hooray. But now back to the niches. All right, the next channel what we have only has 15 videos and 22,000 subscribers. This channel is called Lee, and this is another one talking about sports. It is MMA this time. Okay, I know this channel is 6 months old, and I typically tell you guys, hey, find a channel that's under 3 months old. But this format is still working, and I thought it would definitely be worth showing you all. So this channel is in the animation niche. Each video is probably, around 10 minutes long outside of this one. And the consistency within all of these videos is why it sucks to fight, why it sucks to fight, why it sucks to fight, why it sucks to fight. You understand, right? And I'm going to show you what this is a pivot from. Why it sucks to be born as. Do you remember this channel Bound? Let me show you how they started. So they went through a bunch of animals and why it sucks to be born as exotic animal. You understand? And this is the format that they did for almost every single video. And this became a really popularized format on YouTube. So what Lee did is he took that exact same concept but made worse thumbnails and did why it sucks to fight and did why it sucks to fight and then blank a UFC fighter. And I think you all already know what I'm going to say. And I think I've already adapted the mentality that, I kind of try to teach you guys on this channel. Improvise. I want you to use your brain cognition and think of what you could pivot this into right now. If you like YouTube streamers, I'm thinking why it sucks to 1v1 Jinxie and Rainbow Six Siege. why it sucks to race I show speed. We could bring it back to basketball. Why it sucks to 1v1 Kyrie Irving. Why it sucks to 1v1 LeBron James. Which I'm telling you these things right now, these pivots that I'm just coming off the top of my head that nobody has gotten into yet. Guys, this is how you win on YouTube. The creative thinking process. If you came to me with a niche, I could definitely find an original way for it to be pivoted. You want to know an interesting pivot? Let's just keep it completely out of just sports and all of that realm. Let's do why it sucks to hold on, let me think. Why it sucks to go to war with the United States. Why it sucks to go to war with Russia. Why it sucks to go to war with Ukraine. Why it sucks to go to war with North Korea. Not scripted, not written down. This is just the top of my head video ideas that I just came up with. So again, yes, this is a great format. The animation for it is pretty cute. Animation like this, I'm just going to let you know, it's going to cost anywhere between $11 to $20 per 1 minute. But the script for the videos you can actually make with TubeGen. Again, yes, the scripts for these videos, I'm telling you, you can make it with AI. Because if you put this channel into TubeGen, it would analyze all of the videos and make a transcript just like it. Pretty awesome, right? And I had one of my students shift into a niche very similar to this. I told him to do it about 2 weeks ago, and he actually did it. And I'm going to respect this channel privacy, but let me just tell you, it worked. All right, I have it zoomed up for you. Yep, it worked doing this exact same process. He had a channel in a completely different field, and he just switched the format to something just like what we saw here, and it worked. That video is at 239,000 views in 2 days. Across out a little, 239K in 2 days. You can see right here. If you're in my community, you know exactly who this is. For all the guys that learned from me, I got to respect their privacy unless they want their channel shown, because you know what happens? I talk about channels publicly and then everybody copies them. Okay, we have the next channel on the list. I know you might be looking at these views. You're like, what is this? Why would you show me something like this? Well, the more we scroll down, we can see that this channel definitely has some great momentum. A little different, something less conventional, but let me tell you the idea that I have with this channel. This is a philosophy channel, very philosophical, right? Each video is about, 10, 13, the longest video is like 22 minutes long. Absolutely not. This is not something that I would do. I would make the videos 1 hour long. And let me give you guys free sauce right now. If you make these videos, make it an hour long, you would have an RPM probably around $17. Okay, a $17 RPM is really good. That's what's going to make this channel worth it, because right now, this channel is not making anything. It's making fucking pennies. Excuse my language, but probably around $2,000. If they just made their videos, 10 times longer, it would be so much better. And if we clicked on these videos, we can see that these videos are extremely easy to make. Very easy to make, so you wouldn't need an editor. It's just an image on the side with captions. An image on the side with captions. That's it. And these scripts are being written with AI. So if I had TubeGen analyze this channel, come up with video ideas for me, and then I'm able to get the scripts of AI, and the only editing that I'm actually doing is just putting captions on the screen with a picture of a philosopher on the side. Absolutely easy bread. This is another channel that I would talk about. It's definitely, not having this as your main channel, but having this as a side channel. This is going to generate you revenue. This is not something I would see a very great long-term investment in, but could be, a lot of easy, quick money. And sometimes you have to view YouTube exactly like that. Listen, don't view YouTube as a way to, I don't want to go into this channel because this channel isn't going to make me money, like 2 years from now. The goal is to make money. All right. So listen, if the channel dies, you want it to die with at least an extra $100,000 in your bank account. That sounds a lot better than not having it at all, correct? You all know this channel, Boring History, that we love to talk about all the time because it's super good. And this is my most successful student. I've helped a lot of people make money with social media. This channel has probably had the most instantaneous success and completely changed the game. Eddie, who made this, you absolutely cooked, bro. We could see earlier on this channel is making $2,000 a day just about, and it is slowly dying down. Yes, it is flatlining. It's going up a little bit, but it's pretty much flatlined. We can also see that this channel also has a $26 RPM. $26 for 1,000 views. That is absolutely sacred. And so yes, I'm very much so well aware that the channel is down 30%. But if we go to the last 28 days, with it being down 30%, it still made $15,000. So sometimes you have to look at it as purely just a money incentive. Don't have emotional attachment. Don't be like, oh no, my viewers are down. Just view it as very simply, okay, I have this channel. It's made $10,000 this month. That's good. Sorry if I'm like a little shaky in my voice. I'm slightly a bit sick. But yes, if you view this as just just strictly money incentive, you will have a much more fun time on YouTube. Look at it, 600,000 views, $15,000. Next channel, we have another potential farmer, 20 videos, 3.6K. 2 months old. This is talking about ships, military boats, you know, fun stuff. Not really, this stuff would be as absolute sleeper pill for me, but these videos are getting views. And this is also a very high RPM because it is an older audience. And again, if your incentive is money, just do what I tell you and this will work. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound aggressive, but this YouTube stuff is probably the easiest it's ever been. So when I look at these thumbnails, I'm noticing that these thumbnails are very simple to make and they're very poorly optimized actually. These thumbnails are absolutely horrendous and this channel has made a significant amount of money with this, you know, terrible thumbnail. So if I was to take a guess, the RPM of these videos will probably be around $8, $10, $12 and this channel has 300,000 views. So I would say, you know, it's probably made like 2.7K. 2.7K and this just started. Absolutely, that is money. So you should not complain about that. But it could be doing so much better and I'm going to tell you exactly how you could be doing so much better. So if you're making these videos on these boats, let me tell you one thing. There's absolutely no editing being done to these thumbnails outside of text on screen. I talk about basic color theory 101. This is me teaching live how to make good thumbnails and what good color theory is. And when you have colors that are very bright, it obviously will attract more. Okay, that's just the way that human nature works. That's the way that our eyes work. That is the way psychology works. So you want to play within that, within all of the thumbnails that you're making, no matter what niche that you're in. So the fact that these images are very dull actually goes against color theory. We want this water to be more blue. We want more than more than just black text. Okay, I would do white text with a black stroke with a shadow in the background. That is the most optimal way to run this. Every thumbnail should have one center focal point, and that one center focal point should be the ship. Do you understand why this video didn't do good right here with 1.5K? Well, what's the center focal point of this thumbnail? It's how do warships defend against torpedoes. So he had a picture of a torpedo being worked on instead of a warship. Every single thumbnail has to be cohesive with the title. And that's how you know you've made a powerful, beautiful thumbnail when it is cohesive. And text have emotion along with it, right? So certain words that I like to call, you know, the hit words. Hit words usually will be emphasized in either red or yellow to make them stand out even more. But as we see, we don't have any separation within that and everything is just black. We also have a very strange, you know, this one has some capitalized, all capitalized letters. This one doesn't have all capitalized letters. It's very slight psychology things that he could be doing better. And if you implemented everything that I'm telling you right now, you would outperform this channel very easily. And let's not forget to mention that this channel was uploading extremely, very inconsistently. And if you're using AI to make the scripts of this channel and then you're paying an editor just to get footage in the background, guys, you were sitting on a gold mine. I'm going to show you this channel, Navy Signal. Okay, this is what it looks like when you understand YouTube. Do you see these videos? Banger, 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 banger. Remember how I talked about, you know, being more expressive in those titles, making sure you have a good center focal point, making sure your hit words are in different colors. He does all of this very well. Because he does all of this very well, just look at his channel. Look at his channel. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. And this is not far-fetched from what the other guy was doing before. He just has way better packaging. And so quite literally, the best sauce that I can give you in this video would be this niche making 1 hour long video with absolutely immense packaging. If this guy can make money off of this crap, you can make a fortune. I may or may not be copying this niche. And hopefully when I do breakdowns like this, you're starting to understand the things that I see and kind of how I view content and what I do to go into content creation. I've been doing YouTube for about 11 years now. It's insane to say. And out of my 11 years, I would be completely honest, I didn't actually start making money until 2019. Well, not really 2019, about 2018 is when I started making, like, you know, really good money. And I didn't start YouTube automation until 2022. But either way, I've been on this platform for a long time. I understand the psychology, I understand what works, I understand what doesn't work. It's the reason why my students have now made well over, proud to say, $1.5 million with social media. I'm sure you all are familiar with school. I talk about how great and all the wins and how, you know, amazing everyone's doing, but I've now helped generate over $1.5 million to all of my students. That is super huge for me. Thank you all so much. I know a lot of people in my community watch these videos. So again, you guys are awesome. Super proud of all of you. The Bunker is the best community in the world. And if you do want to come and work with me, as always, there's going to be a link down in the description. So just click that first link if you want to work with me. And I'm actually starting now to do deals with individuals that are really locked in, really worth it. I will literally pay. I will pay for your channel's expenses and we can run like a percentage split or something like that. I've done it before. It's worked out in the past. fast. Or, you know, the traditional, you come to me, we get all of our calls, you talk about YouTube sauce, and I help you out. And the other coaches, we all help you out together, and you keep 100% of the channel. But I don't want to sell you too hard on that in this video. I'm just going over niches. But if you're interested, awesome. And if you want just free value, there is a free course right here on this YouTube channel, Adavier. Free course. Yippee. All right, let's get into the next channel, 18 videos, 5.1K. I think these videos are good, could be packaged a little bit better, but this channel is making good money, and this is another channel in a great high RPM. As you can see, this channel is talking about geopolitics, their most popular video being what will happen to Israel according to the Quran. If China collapses, these 10 states will emerge, why 22 Arab countries can't defeat Israel. So most of the channel is talking about, you know, the conflict that's happening in the Middle East, and they appear to be posting 1 to 2 times a week. And these same things with these same formats is, you know, what you could really use to, you know, pivot. You can come up with video ideas before them. I think their new video is absolute trash, which you can see the views are obviously reflecting that. Will China send 3 million? Like look at this. Like, I don't like this whatsoever. This is completely breaking the format of what works, okay? But if you're going into geopolitics, there's definitely a lot of things that you can cover, and a lot of the video ideas you can actually get from AI. One thing I also love is that it's not really too expensive to run these channels. If you take a look at the editing, it is essentially just slideshows of images in the backgrounds, and of course of news articles popping up every once in a while. But overall, the editing is not hard. The channel has a great RPM. I think if you go into this niche, you understand how to make good video ideas, which I think you can use TubeGen for that, and you just upload more than they do, and you will be just fine with a channel like this. And since it is a trend, it is a hot topic, obviously because of the things that are happening right now within the Middle East. There's a lot of interest, which means this is something that you probably won't have a lot of time to get into. Get into it definitely sooner than later. Okay, guys, I have another niche, only 7 videos, okay? 7 videos, but let's look at these views. Whoa, that is pretty good. They have some bangers in here. So they're doing like a ranking style content, which worked for them, and they're doing backgrounds on certain characters inside of a group. Obviously, this being Teen Titans. And I think you guys already know what I'm about to say, okay? Yes, this channel is really good. They do make mistakes like this right here. I don't know why we're uploading this. When you have something that works, you capitalize off it. You don't just randomly pull out something that is completely different than what's been working before. I hate when people do this. This is wasted potential. Sorry. It just gets me heated. But my idea for this would definitely be, hey, let's find a group of superheroes. Hey, let's find a group and let's do a ranking just like this. Or we can do an entire story explained. First thing I'm thinking of, hello, the Avengers. You guys all know what the Avengers is, right? Let's do it. Their most popular video is ranking every Teen Titans Go villains worst to best. So I'm going to do ranking every Avengers villain worst to best. Robin's entire story explained. Robin is a character inside of Teen Titans, right? If I did the Avengers, I can do Iron Man's entire story explained. And I think that has a much larger audience than Teen Titans Go. You could do this same format with almost any group. If you did like an influencer group like AMP, you could do a boy band like Big Time Rush or One Direction. Harry Styles' entire story explained. There's so many ideas that you could do. I'm thinking even the show Invincible, the show The Boys. There is so much potential for these channels, and there's a lot of pivoting that could be happening. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I tried to give, you know, a much more in-depth breakdown, and hopefully the more that you watch my videos, you can kind of see, like I said, how I view content. And if you want any help and you want me to find you a niche, I definitely can. Message down in the comments below what your journey is right now with YouTube automation. You don't have to give, you know, your whole story, your whole background, your channel and all that stuff, but just, you know, just see where you're at. And if you do want to learn from me or come to any of my in-person events, that option is always available. First link down in the description. And to get that discount for TubeGen, which is the GOAT, I talk about it all the time, so you can find all these niches yourself, that link will be down below as well. Best of luck to everyone.